Elaine, are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Katie. Um, I'm hoarse and losing my voice, so 'tis the season, I guess. But I am just wanting to hop on here, talk about my story a little bit. I am a mom of three kids, and I have been taking Juice Plus basically as a prenatal with my third, and I've never looked back. And so I started about 6 years ago taking Juice Plus, and I have since then given it to my kids, and that is what they take every day. The things we love about it, obviously, the whole nutrition. That is what really got me on to trying this. Whole foods, the actual seed and peel, and the whole entire nutrition that comes from a whole food. That is something I wanted. I didn't want to look for a prenatal that I couldn't pronounce half the stuff. I know most of us can't pronounce half of medication. And so that's kind of the same lines, I wanted something whole and good. And honestly, I loved that I could go to someone with this and ask my questions, and all the research that backed it and gives it to us as customers, we can refer back to that research. Whereas I don't know that you can get a lot of that throughout a lot of other health products. So I brought this one with me here to talk about it. The berry blend and Juice Plus, reading the main ingredients and everything on it, it's the actual bilberry, blueberry, elderberry, pomegranate. This is the kind of stuff I wanted to be taking while pregnant. And then, of course, like I said, we've just continued on, but that's exactly what Juice Plus is. I basically think of it as a bridge from what you should be eating, or what you do eat, to what you should be eating. So you're getting the best of the best. So that's something that really stood out to me as a huge perk and a huge plus with Juice Plus, is the fact that it's whole foods, it's good all around. It's natural, it's God-given whole foods. So I've been taking Juice Plus for about 6 years and loving it. My kids have been in and out of allergies, with all of that. But to be honest, we have not been ill. And I truly can honestly feel that is because my kids' nutrition is at the top of the line. They have taken it since they were 2, I guess. So that's basically why I wanted to turn it to a business aspect. When COVID hit, I know everyone wanted to be on their best and have their immune system ready to fight. And that is exactly why I signed up and started sharing about this. I felt that people needed to know more about nutrition, more about good choices, portion size, all of that goes into effect. It becomes a habit, it becomes a daily change. And so that is about the time I started taking it from a personal use to a business side, and I haven't looked back on that either. Lots of fun with lots of good friends here. So long story short, it is a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle change. It is educational. It is good for you. It is backed by research. And that is the big things why I chose to go this route. I loved sharing about Juice Plus. It's simple. It is sharing facts and sharing this right here that tells you this right here. You know what I mean? It's just simple. And that's what I love about it. The next best thing from this is actually eating the fruit and the vegetable. So that was a big perk for me. That's what stood out. That is the plus in the Juice Plus for me, was the fact that this is the next best thing from fruit and vegetables. So I'm glad you guys are here today. I'm glad that you want to be here and listen and learn. I know that these ladies are very smart and very excited to have you. So welcome, and I'm glad you're here.
Brenda, if you're talking, we cannot hear you.
I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Katie, for sharing. And as Katie was sharing her story, she was talking about Juice Plus, and I would want to take a few minutes, you may or may not be familiar with Juice Plus. And so we're going to look at some slides and find out lots of great information. So what is Juice Plus? Well, Juice Plus adds the nutrition of over 30 fruits and vegetables and berries and grapes to your diet. It is whole food that's harvested at the peak of ripeness, so the nutrition is intact. Then the produce is pulverized, it's not juiced. It's like in a giant slurry, and then it's dried into powders at low temperatures to preserve the nutrition. Those plant powders are put into capsules or delicious chewables, and they're full spectrum chewables for kids, and full spectrum omega blends use omega rich algae, berries, and seeds instead of fish. So Juice Plus makes eating healthy easier. We encourage everyone to make one simple change of adding all these fruits and vegetables in Juice Plus to their diet daily. Can you imagine how your health and the health of your kids would be incredibly impacted by adding all of these raw vine ripened fruits and vegetables to your diet every day? Well, for me, that one simple change made a huge impact. When I first heard about Juice Plus 18 years ago, I was facing some really serious health issues. As a single mom working full-time as a public school teacher, I was dealing with several serious medical issues. I was in pain every day. I didn't sleep. I was going to multiple doctors. I was taking 13 prescriptions and over 50 supplements every day. So when Juice Plus came into my life, it was a no-brainer because getting high quality fruits and vegetables in my system just made sense to me. So I began taking Juice Plus, and honestly, I just kind of added it to what I was already doing with all my supplements every day. And I'll be honest with you, I really didn't expect much. But 2 weeks later, I slept through the night for the first time in over 20 years. That was a big plus for me. So I began doing research on the difference between fruits and vegetables and supplements. And what I discovered really made me quit the supplements. I just pretty much cold turkeyed off of them, and I began taking Double Juice Plus. Over the next 2 years, my health improved steadily. Within a year, I was off of all of my prescriptions. And over the next 2 years, the plus of that one simple change of flooding my body with fruits and vegetables was the catalyst for my big health restoration. Then in 2017, we welcomed our first new product in 15 years. This was the addition of our full spectrum plant-based omega capsules. Omega fatty acids support a broad array of health benefits, and they especially target our heart, our brain, our joints, our skin, and our eyes. They're 100% plant-based, they're pure and sustainable, full spectrum omegas, cold pressed, and completely vegan. I've been taking what was considered to be the best fish oil supplement for 5 years after I became a certified health coach. And I really never noticed any difference. But within 2 weeks of adding RO plant-based omegas, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, I no longer had dry eyes. And after a year of being on our omegas, my eye doctor was floored that my vision had improved significantly. That doesn't happen as you get older. So that was another huge plus for me. So Juice Plus truly does bridge the gap between what we really are eating every day and what we should be eating. So now I'm going to ask my friend Allison. She's going to ask, you may have some questions about Juice Plus. And so she's going to ask two of our seasoned representatives some different questions that they're going to answer about Juice Plus for us. Allison, you're muted too.
Okay. Hey, everybody. That was great information. And I do have some questions. So I am going to start with you, Elaine. There's so many products on the market, and some of them do claim to be whole food supplements as well. So my question is, why should I choose juice?
I love that question, Allison, because I think it's one that many people have, even including myself. And I think it's understanding the difference between being a whole food vitamin, which carries a supplement label, versus actually being whole food 100% juice, the whole thing, which includes the seed, the peel, the core, everything about it. And that may not seem like a big difference, but if you were making a vitamin, what you would do, even if it was a whole food, let's say you're going into an apple, you would extract a vitamin C, or let's just say a lemon. We're gonna get as much vitamin C out of a lemon. What people don't understand is it's that synergistic action of all those fruits and vegetables working together. That's what makes Juice Plus so much more powerful. And just because I was thinking about this evening and about this question that we get asked a good bit, I don't know if you know this, but there are 129, I guess it would be grams of vitamin C in a lemon. But I wonder how many people know how many of those grams actually of vitamin C actually come from the peel itself, which would be 100. So when it comes to Juice Plus, we juice the entire lemon. And so we're not missing out. If you just went in and tried to extract it, not only are you missing out on that synergistic action, but you're missing out on the majority of that vitamin C, which was actually in the lemon peel. And so I think understanding that synergistic action that happens in whole food versus a vitamin supplement makes a huge difference in the outcome and actually what we're getting into our bodies.
Ooh, thank you. That was very helpful. Caitlin, if I take a vitamin, do I still need Juice Plus?
Absolutely. And I think Elaine did a great job answering that and explaining why even a whole food based supplement is not the same and not adequate to what Juice Plus can provide for us. And I love that Katie mentioned prenatal specifically. So there has been research done showing that multivitamins are not effective. And you can Google that and see that for yourself. There's also been research done showing that prenatal vitamins don't necessarily work either, or that they don't prevent any complications within pregnancy. I am pregnant with my 5th child, and which is shocking. Everybody's smiling because nobody was expecting this. But this is now my 5th pregnancy that I have taken Juice Plus exclusively as my prenatal. And I feel so good knowing that I'm getting everything I need and that my kids are getting everything I need, because I have the research showing that Juice Plus is bioavailable, meaning it is getting into my bloodstream, it's doing good things for my body, and then it's doing good things for the baby's body as well. There's a pharmacist in our community who left the pharmaceutical world because she saw people not being healed from pharmaceutical drugs, and she wanted to see these people get better. And so she left the pharmaceutical industry and partnered with the Juice Plus company and started sharing Juice Plus with her customers and with her friends and family, and was able to see healing. But I loved her story when she got pregnant, that she did extensive research as a pharmacist, trying to find the absolute best thing that she could put in her body when she was pregnant, because she wanted to give her kids the best. And she could find nowhere in all of the academic journals anything showing that a prenatal vitamin could do for her body what Juice Plus could do for her body. And so I think that speaks volumes of, if you are taking a multivitamin or any kind of vitamin, going on what Elaine said, and that you're not, everything isn't working together. It's coming out of context and your body's not able to process those things. And just showing, or just knowing pharmacists who have done extensive research, not being satisfied with what they found as far as vitamins in comparison with Juice Plus. I would say 100% you need to take Juice Plus, even if you do take a vitamin.
That was great. And your 4 children, you could just put them up here as a little poster for the power of Juice Plus in the womb. They're so precious. Well, you touched on, how the vitamins aren't working, and how they've been proven to do that. But Elaine, so how can I really know that Juice Plus works and actually makes a difference in my health? I hear what y'all are saying, but is there any studies that really prove that, is there science behind it?
Absolutely. And that is definitely the plus when it comes to Juice Plus, because, I've been taking personally Juice Plus now for over 21 years. And I remember when I first got started, I had, kind of like you, Caitlin, I didn't have 5, but I had 2. And a 1 and 3-year-old, I was very cautious of what went into their bodies. And so when I started hearing about Juice Plus, we were trying to juice. And I don't know if any of y'all have ever tried to get a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old to drink a glass of green juice. It's nearly impossible. It's a fight. You got to fight on your hands. So I was looking for something. We personally, my husband had had some very bad experiences by taking a vitamin supplement. And I'd done my research after that to realize we wanted whole food nutrition. And so when I heard about Juice Plus, I'm like, oh my gosh, do we have something that we don't have to try to get this juice down my kids every day? And so when I found out that Juice Plus had gummies and just packed full of 100% whole food, I still wanted some kind of proof. And so I remember back then, I think maybe we only had 3 peer-reviewed medical studies that had been done on Juice Plus. Today we have 40 plus, with many more in the works across the board. One right now is on anti-aging. I can't wait to hear that outcome. So I remember asking for those research studies and reading them. I did not necessarily understand it all, but knowing that it was peer-reviewed, third-party, what they call double-blind placebo, crossover controlled, meaning they'll take 2 groups, one group with a placebo, one group with Juice Plus, and then switch them midway through the research and you can watch what changes in their blood. And seeing that was huge, because down through the years, I'll have people say, Elaine, what about this product? And I always go back to the research. Well, let's go find out. Let's see if they have research on it. And one time I remember, and I don't want to bash on any product, but someone said, what about this? It sounds just like Juice Plus and it's $10 cheaper. And I remember calling the company and saying, could I look at your research? You say that you all have research. And when she sent me the research, it was Juice Plus research. They were using Juice Plus's research and trying to apply it to their product. And when I called back and said, this is not your product. And she said, why? No, we don't really have any research. We're similar to Juice Plus, so we use. And it really made me realize, again, the plus that we have with Juice Plus, that we know, and we can look at the impact that it's having. Those 40 studies have had on our actual bodies, not on animals, not in a test tube, on human beings. And it's powerful what the results are showing.
Wow, that is awesome. Okay, if any of you have questions, be jotting them down on a notepad, because we're going to open it up at the end. So But I'm going to turn it back over to you, Brenda, because we want to share with you all a little bit about the amazing company and mission behind the products.
Okay, great, thank you. Well, just like the nutrition products of Juice Plus provide us with many pluses for our health and vitality, our business models adds many more pluses to our lives. So our business model is unique. There's just nothing like it anywhere. I'm so proud of this. First of all, it only takes $52 to buy annually to sign up for our business. We get to work from anywhere. We have a small focused product line with consumable products. We offer a supplemental income and part-time or full-time. There's no inventory, there's low overhead. We have business websites and support that is equal to none. Our commission levels are permanent. Nothing is ever taken away from you as long in the business. And at the upper leadership levels, we have other extras. We have a business investment bonus and a benefits package that rivals anything else, that outrivals anything else. You know, as a single mom, I was always looking for a plan B to make extra money, but I never had any other business experience. You know, but this didn't feel like a business. This was about helping people get well and stay well. It was fun. It was great relationships and hope. So I was pretty passionate about it. So when I first signed my distributor application, I had no idea that this was going to become Career 2.0. I began to dream of retiring from my teaching career and being able to work my Juice Plus business full time. I dedicated my Juice Plus earnings to paying off my house and car, becoming debt-free and teaching and retiring from teaching, which was a dream of my life, another huge plus. And after only 2 months of being able to work my Juice Plus business full time, my Juice Plus check beat my retirement check, which was pretty amazing. So we have some more great pluses with our company. We have all the qualities of a top business opportunity. We have a brand name product, a tried and proven system to follow. We can build a network of people that we know and love and who love Juice Plus. It's a home-based business and it's consumer to consumer. We have websites and social channels. We have texting. Our benefits package for upper leadership levels is unbelievable. We have a robust technology infrastructure. They're constantly working on getting us the best of the best. We have a business support center where real people answer the phone and you can actually talk to them. And we have a mentoring program, which I am so passionate about because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mentor in Elaine, who never gave up on me through all those years. Another huge plus for me is the family benefits package. At the upper leadership position, we qualify for medical insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance, life insurance, long-term disability, oh my gosh, chiropractic care, family tuition reimbursement, a monthly expense bonus allowance. I could not believe it. A huge plus for me was this awesome insurance package that I was given when I reached the level of National Marketing Director 5 years ago. You know, in 2018, a couple of years ago, I had to have 2 major back surgeries within 1.5 years of each other. One day I was looking at my insurance plan and I just happened to click on the right thing. And I discovered that over that 2-year period, my medical expenses from my 2 surgeries, this company paid over $200,000 of my medical expenses for those surgeries. My total payments during that 2-year period personally was less than $1,000. I mean, how many pluses does that equal? What would have happened to me needing those surgeries without this? As a teacher that taught for 35 years with a master's degree, 33 years with a master's degree, My retirement right now is $1,300. I was paying $700 a month just for major medical and prescription. I don't know, would I have not been able to have the surgeries? Would I be in debt forever because of that? You know, I am never blasé about what our founder, Jay Martin, coined as his mission statement, which was to build a stable and lasting company that will help as many people as possible realize their dreams. This Plan B opportunity was and is my golden ticket to a life of great health, time freedom, financial freedom, and unlimited choices. I love to share with people that our Juice Plus products changed my health, but our Juice Plus business changed my life. So I'm really passionate about it. And now I'm sure maybe you have some questions about this business too. And so I'm going to turn it back over to Allison and maybe have more questions answered about our business model.
Thank you, Brenda. Okay. A question I think that I certainly had and that comes to most people's mind is, Caitlin, to partner with the company, do you have to buy inventory? And I don't like pressure. Is there any quotas that have to be met?
That's a good question. So I think one of the most beautiful things about Juice Plus is that you don't have to buy any inventory. There are so many companies that you have to buy like this huge package to be a part of the company. And I just don't understand that. Juice Plus, you pay your $52 a year fee and you own your own franchise, and whatever Juice Plus you buy is your personal product. Like I buy a lot of Juice Plus because I have a lot of kids, but like, that's just my Juice Plus. I'm not giving that out to people. So no, there's no inventory that you have to keep. There's no rooms in your house that are dedicated to all your Juice Plus products. Like you're not doing that, which is such a blessing because who wants to do that? And there is no pressure. That's like, y'all, we have the best company in the world. It is, Brenda, like you said, there's a million pluses with our business and with our company. There's no pressure. Life happens. Like, and our company understands that. And that's why all of these commission levels are permanent. So you reach a commission level within the company and life happens and you have to step away for a time. That's okay. You have a baby and you come back 3 months later. That's okay. Like you're still going to be at your same level that you were at. It is an incredibly generous company and a very understanding company, and they're not pushing you to meet these monthly minimums to keep you active, to pay you or whatever. You continue to get paid even if you're not actively working your business. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge plus of our company.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so Elaine, I'm a little hesitant about the whole network marketing, getting involved in any type of pyramid scheme. Is Juice Plus one of those MLM pyramid scheme type things?
I love that question, Allison. My background is I'm a certified financial planner, and I had retired to stay home with my 2 young daughters and was looking for a part-time business that really could influence the bottom line of our household. I didn't like losing 50% of our income suddenly. And so I was looking, but I was very fearful. I think probably everyone on this call has heard either experience something from a pyramid scheme or maybe just heard, and we may not even know what that means, but we heard it's not good. Well, coming from a financial background, what I've seen down through the years is all business models, kind of when they come to the surface, there's some abuse that takes place. It kind of readjusts, and then after that becomes a true working business model. And here's an example. I remember back in the 90s when the .com businesses had just kind of come into the forefront, and I watched my husband buying and selling, and I kept saying, and I'm a financial planner, and he's not listening to his financial planner. I'm like, you cannot be doing that. no, don't be doing that. Well, he didn't listen to me, and he thought he was making some good money. And then what happened? The bubble popped, and we lost a lot of money. And I told him from then on out, he was to listen to his own financial planner. But what happened? The .com company, I mean, those companies are robust and huge now, but it went through a correction process. Same thing happened, back whenever the franchise businesses, everybody was like all against that. And I think that's probably the taste that many of us have in our mouth, that, in the beginning, it was all about investing a bunch of money. And then everybody just kind of made money off everybody who put money into the big pot. And the beautiful thing about Juice Plus, my husband works for Chick-fil-A, and I love the saying that they have at Chick-fil-A that says, everybody, you either better be selling chicken or helping someone else sell chicken, because the only way we make money is if we sell chicken. And the same is true with Juice Plus. There's no funny business. Either you're selling fruits and vegetables or you're helping someone else sell fruits and vegetables. And so I love to say, I get paid the exact same way that my husband gets paid. And the good thing is fruits and vegetables are healing to the body. And that's what we want. Not only, you've heard, I think if you're new to hear Juice Plus, I think it's coming, hopefully it is coming loud and clear that we are pretty passionate about what we do. And the wonderful, not only about the product that we represent in Juice Plus, the whole food concentrates, but the business behind that. And the beautiful thing about Juice Plus is it multi-level marketing, network marketing. Juice Plus pulls from all those different avenues, in that it is a franchise, and it is what we call a virtual franchise. So it pulls from that franchise section. Brenda beautifully shared about our insurance package. Well, that doesn't come from an MLL company. That comes from your traditional corporate America. And so we've pulled from corporate America, and we've been given this amazing insurance package when you hit a certain level in the company. It pulls from direct selling. I love to tell people about Juice Plus one-on-one, that direct selling of just, here's what it's done for me. And then there's a social retail aspect to it, that many people who are very active on social media has a chance to share. So it really pulls from all four of the different industries. So what we call our Juice Plus company is a virtual franchise, because it pulls from all the four different key business elements. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, that does. Thank you. Well, Caitlin, I really do believe in the product, and I know people need Juice Plus, but selling just isn't my thing. Do you think I still could do this?
Yes. So if you feel that, I would say that most people probably feel that. Nobody wants to be a salesman, and we're not looking for salesmen or saleswomen. But think about how many people you tell about things that you love. I would be a very rich woman if my sushi place started rewarding me for the amount of people that I have sent to them, because I love this sushi place. And anytime anybody's talking about sushi, I'm like, well, you got to try this place. You got to try this place, but I don't get paid for that. But with Juice Plus, somebody is like, oh, my kid's sick again, or, oh gosh, this is, our 15th time going to the doctor, or my blood work came back bad, or I'm just so sore after my workouts, or I can't finish a workout. I'm just so tired. I'm a mom and I have to drink 7 cups of coffee a day. And it's like, my brain's just like nothing. It's like, okay, well, I have to talk to you about something. I have something that I think could really make a difference in your life. And so that's what our company is. That's what our mission is. And it's just sharing something that you're passionate about with people that you love. And I can't tell you guys how many times it comes up in conversation. just people that are struggling with health issues or sick kids, or, a loved one. It might not even be for them personally, but they're just sharing their heart with you. And then you have an opportunity to share your heart back with them. And so that's really all our company is. And we get rewarded very generously for doing that.
Ooh, I like that. We're about our favorite things anyway. Well, thank you. Thank y'all. Those were great. That was very helpful. Elaine, I'll just turn it over to you to kind of wrap it up for us.
Okay. Thank you, Allison. Thank you guys for just sharing your Monday evening with us. And we hope that we've answered some questions that you may have about Juice Plus. We're going to take a couple minutes at the end to answer any questions maybe that somebody has. But before we do that, I just want to invite you. I want to invite you to, at a minimum, add Juice Plus to your diet. I tell you, it brought such peace of mind to me as a mom. My girls are now 23 and 25. So they have literally grown up their whole life on Juice Plus. And the peace of mind that I can check off, I know regardless where they are, what they're eating, they are getting the nutrition because I know they're taking their Juice Plus. So at a minimum, please get back with the person who invited you, get started on Juice Plus. But maybe as we were kind of sharing a little bit from a business side, maybe you're thinking, you know what, I don't know that I want a second career, but I can think of 4 or 5 people right off the bat that need to hear about Juice Plus. And that is, again, a plus about Juice Plus is that you can do this at whatever level, how much you want at any given point in time. I always say there have been, in the last 21 years, there have been times I've sprinted in this business. And then there's been some times when I've just been able to crawl. And the beautiful thing is that's okay. And so maybe you're saying, you know what, I would like to get a discount on my own product and share it with a few people, maybe even cover my cost. The answer is yes, you can do that. And we would welcome you into our community. Or you could be like me. I quit my full-time job and it's like, whoa, we just lost 50% of our income. And so I just kind of started out with setting a goal. Okay, what if I could pay for my kids' preschool and their after-school events? And as I saw that income grow, I got more and more excited, especially when I started hearing people say, Elaine, I can't wait to tell you, here's what I've noticed. Here's what I've seen with my kids once they got on Juice Plus, or my family or my husband. And I'm telling you what, that just made me more excited to share. And it just, before I knew it grew, I surpassed my full-time income and beyond. And that is so exciting when you see that there's no glass ceiling and that we literally can do and grow this business to whatever level. So we say it is an amazing community of people you're going to absolutely love. And so we want you to join us at whatever level that you would choose to join us. We say, come on, get back with the person who invited you this evening. So we're going to thank you for joining us. Jump off if you need to. Hang around if you've got some questions, or maybe you want to hear some answers to some questions that some of you guys that joined us this evening. We just want to welcome any questions that you may have. Anyone going to make us not feel bad and sit here quietly? please.
I'll ask the question, Elaine.
Yay, Lindsay, nice to see you.
Good to see you too. My question is, does everybody feel the same positive effects while taking Juice Plus? How would I know that Juice Plus is actually working for me?
Ooh, excellent question, Lindsay. I love that. We have what's called a common signs that I usually like to share with a brand new customer, that here's common things that we've heard. But to say we all are going to experience the same thing, no, we're not, because we're all unique. I love that term, and I'm not sure where I heard it, which is called the wisdom of the body, and that our body automatically knows where that nutrition is needed most. One of my favorite stories is one of my long-term customers. I think she's been a customer 25 years now. And I remember she started taking Juice Plus and made her husband take it. Well, he started losing weight. He was feeling great. He had all this energy. And she called me. She goes, Elaine, I feel nothing, absolutely nothing. What is going on? And so we got a laugh out of that. But what we realized is she had just come off a really bad pregnancy. So, she was not, her husband was probably at least at 0 going into the positive. She's down here in the negative, trying to get back up to the positive. So I just said, trust me, trust the research, just keep taking it. Well, about 6 months in, she called me and I said, I know you got some good news for me. And she said, oh my gosh, she said, I went to the dentist. I've had this gum issue. It's a gum disease that's hereditary. And she goes, I literally opened my mouth and the dentist went, oh my gosh, what have you been doing? And she said, I thought maybe at first I hadn't really done anything but take the Juice Plus. I thought it was bad news. And he said, I've never seen anyone's gums improve like yours has improved. And our mouth is our gateway to say what's going on in our body. And good stuff was going on and she didn't even know it. And so many times wonderful things are happening, but it takes some time for that to kind of surface. But great question. Hopefully that answered it for you, Lindsay. Anybody else? I love telling stories, so bring it on. I probably have a story of a customer.
Elaine, Chris White has her hand up.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I have a couple of questions. Someone has asked me, what's the difference between juicing your own fruit and Juice Plus?
Ooh,
that's the first
Good,
question.
very good question. I'm glad I drank a little coffee before I got on the call tonight. I think one of the very first research studies that was done on Juice Plus was kind of along those same lines, in that if we're juicing, and this is coming from someone who was a person who juiced, we're very limited to the fruits and vegetables that we juice. We typically will only juice the ones we like. Typically it's more fruit, maybe one vegetable or just a few vegetables. So number one, it's the broad array. If you're taking Juice Plus, including the omegas and our Juice Plus complete shake, you're getting 40 different fruits and vegetables, vine ripened, raw. And so number one is the variety. There's no way ever I've gotten 40 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And we need that variety. I love, Brenda always talks about the rainbow, all the colors. The purple is very expensive to get. If you bought, you can't even get bilberries and, some of the things that Katie was showing on the bottle. So that variety is huge, and so important. The other thing is typically between the point that they pick the fruits and vegetables from the field and by the time they get to the factory and are juiced and then they're cooled, can be within 42 hours. Most of what we get, if we're not growing them in our backyard, then what we're left with is something that's been shipped across the country, probably lays in our refrigerator for a week too. Now, another beautiful thing about that, and we didn't even touch on it, is our Juice Plus Tower Garden. So we can also grow our own fruits and vegetables. I've got 2 in my backyard, which is another amazing opportunity to get macronutrients. Our fruits and vegetable, or our Juice Pluses, are micronutrients. The Tower Garden will produce our macronutrients as well. So those are the 2 key things. That probably the third thing is we know the quality of the fruits and vegetables in Juice Plus because we track it from a research clear to the end. So we can tell you what it's doing in your body. We don't know the quality of the fruits and vegetables that we're typically getting from the store. So those 3 things would be variety, quality, and quantity.
Okay.
Can I add a little bit to that as well? So one thing that, like with juicing, there's 2 things I guess that I want to add. With juicing, you lose a lot of your nutrients because a lot of the nutrients in Juice Plus comes from the seeds and the peels. When you juice, you lose all of those nutrients because you're just creating that juice. And then also juicing is not an option for most diabetics because it concentrates the sugar of the fruits and the vegetables in the juice. But when Juice Plus it's made into a slurry, and then when the water is extracted out, the sugar comes out as well. And so it is a great option for diabetics to get a lot of fruits and vegetables into their diets, whereas juicing, you just can't do that. It usually causes some issues for them.
Okay. Also, I don't want to get into the business. Can't do that. But do you have any kind of program like a refer a friend program, bonuses or something like that?
Well, we're kind of anticipating something like that coming down the pike. So I don't want to say no. I think that's probably something that will come into the future. One thing, and I have a lot of what I call wholesale partners or representatives on my team that maybe are like, okay, I'm not really I don't have the time, or for whatever reason, don't want to necessarily be selling it, but they do want to take advantage of getting there's an immediate 10% discount on your product, and then any product that you would share with anybody. So I have a lot of people who maybe just share it. One, they want to get theirs at a discounted price, and they want to share it with a few people.
Right.
Beautiful thing is you can do that, and you can be what I call a wholesale representative. And so that way you're in control. You don't have to feel any pressure at all. But so I think down the road, I think we're going to start seeing some more of the discounts that we can share when we refer. But for now, we definitely can offer that immediate 10% off.
Okay.
Good questions. Good questions. Any other?
I'll ask another one, Elaine, about the business. It seems like a simple business, but for someone who's very introverted like me, how hard would it be to make that a full-time income when talking to people is very hard for me, talking to big groups very hard for me? How hard would it be to build this business?
So you're speaking to an extrovert. So maybe I need to let it, I can say a few things, but any of the, you know what, Allison, you are more on the introversion side. Would you like to answer that question for her?
Well, Lindsay, I would just say that the beauty of the business is that you can do it according to your personality. And I love all the different personalities of different representatives who have been very successful. And one of the things I love is going to like the Juice Plus live conferences, because you see people who have reached high levels of success, and there's just some that come up on stage and they're like, whoa, they're dancing and screaming. And then you have other people who they're just soft spoken, they're a little quiet, and you just see different ages. And it truly is for anybody and everybody that wants to do this. And just, so I would just say the beauty of it is to not try to do it like someone else. I know people who love social media and they're on social media, they're doing reels and TikToks and things that I don't even know how to do, and you couldn't pay me to do those. But then I see people who are extremely successful that don't use social media at all. And I know of a national marketing director, Beth Leopold, that said she never does live events. She literally hosts no events in her home, and she does her entire business on 3-way calls. So like as an introvert, that would not be intimidating to hop on a call with somebody you're already friends with and then one of their friends. So I would just say introvert, extrovert, whoever you are, you can do it if you want it.
All right. I've only seen a few people, so I can't see the entire group, but any other questions before we wrap it up? All right. Thank you guys so much. We just so appreciate you taking the time. Please get back to the person who invited you this evening. Continue this conversation, and it's an amazing Juice Plus community. At whatever level you choose to engage, we want you to know you are wanted. So thank you for joining us.
Laura has a question.
Yeah. Laura
Oh,
does.
okay. Mara, is that who? Okay.
Yes, hi. I just had one question on something that you said a little earlier. You'd mentioned, did you say switch party controlled research? Is that how you referred to it? What was that phrase that you
Double-blind
used?
placebo crossover.
Crossover. Okay,
Oh.
thank you.
Mhm.
That's very helpful when you're talking to people in the medical field, so.
Third party controlled.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
Tish is
thank you.
our expert. She is from the research side of things. So thank you,
Excellent.
Tish.
Thank
Any
you
other-
very much.
No problem.
Any other questions? All right. Thanks, you guys, for joining us this evening. And I hope you have a great evening. And again, get back to the person who invited you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Bye.
Thank you guys. You did a great job.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much for all the great information.